What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to week number 35 of top 10 trophies of the week. Now, this is going to be kind of a turning point for this series because there have been so many super rares recently. Obviously, not all of them are going to be legit. I can't moderate every single thing that gets sent through. I try my best, but I mean, I have over 100 submissions a week. That's over 100 trophies, and I struggle to be able to tell if things are modded, if things are traded, all that sorts of things. There's no real way for me to moderate that. Although I do try and have people send in like screenshots and stuff of their harvest screens, of their recent harvest history, stuff like that. So what I'm going to be doing for future is no more super rares unless they can provide me with complete evidence that it is not a modded or a traded trophy, meaning has to have a clear harvest history, and they have to have a date that they shot it, as well as just as much evidence as possible, preferably a video, or a screenshot of the host of the map, stuff like that, just to make sure it is not modded, or else there will be no supers making it into the video. So this is going to open up a spot for a lot of people who just get nice, like really cool trophies throughout the week that don't necessarily grind and do great one grinds and happen to get super rares and stuff like that. And they're going to get a lot more chances to make it into a video. So I think I'm going to make that change. I already got rid of great ones a couple weeks back, or near the beginning actually. But yeah, so that's going to be kind of what's happening from here on out. No supers will make it into the video unless there is substantial evidence that it is not in some way, shape, or form messed with. So yeah, if you guys want your chance to make it into one of these videos, just drop like down below for sure for the video. But if you guys want your chance to make it into a video, just send your trophies in to diamondsweekly10@gmail.com. I cannot speak right now. What is going on? The top comment will be my pinned comment, and that will just be the email for your submissions. Just send in a screenshot of your harvest screen, just as simple as that, or a video of you shooting, claiming the animal. No pictures from the lodge, and no external pictures taken with a phone of a screen, or anything like that, just for video quality purposes. But yeah, I think that's just about it. If you guys did send in a trophy this week, did not make it in, you can send in your trophies up to 3 weeks in a row in order to try and make your trophies make it into a video. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the video. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have Heyman, who sent in a super rare piebald fallow deer. This was from his Great One grind, and he actually got 2 of these. The next spot is also one of his. He has an extremely herd managed fallow Great One grind, and that is why he was able to get these. Also, he shot it with the 303, which is has been being used a lot more recently, as I've seen in quite a few of my recent top 10s. But yeah, very, very cool trophy, scoring 253, so that is small rack for diamond, but it is a diamond nonetheless. And at the number 9 spot, like I said, Heyman sent in another one. This one is mid-rack, so it is a little bit bigger, taking out also with the 303 from 244 meters. And this one scoring, also has a 244 meter tracking distance. Interesting. Don't see that very often. Sometimes the game kind of bugs if you spot them in one spot and then spot them in another spot and then shoot them from the same area you spotted them from. That can actually happen, but also basically just the same thing as the last one. Very cool trophy. And yeah, like I said, that was, who was that? Heyman sending in both of those. Now we move on to the number 8 spot with Black Bullet, who sent in a super rare metallic fallow. He said this was his first ever super rare, and he got it from his fallow Great One grind, and it being a metallic is just extremely cool. Also a mid-rack, scoring 264, taken out with the 308, which is probably the most common grind weapon to shoot your diamonds and rares with. But yeah, very, very cool trophy. Congratulations, that is Black Bullet. Moving on, we have Savage Skies, who sent in a super rare Cinnamon Black Bear, taken out with the 300 mag tactical. Didn't tell me if this was from a super, actually did he? I don't remember. I don't think he told me. I'm pretty sure this is from his Great One grind though. Very small diamond, 22.87. I actually recently just got a max weight, max score diamond Black Bear. Not from a grind either. I just found it on a map. It was pretty cool. This was taken out from 150 meters, basically on the dot. And like I said, taken out with that 300 mag tactical, probably the best grind weapon in the game. Anyways, like I said, that is Savage Guys. Congratulations on making it to the number 7 spot. Now we have the number 6 spot, and this is Tap Squeeze 1, who sent in his first ever super rare after 6 years. And those were his exact words. And it is a super rare melanistic red deer. This is big rack, I believe. And taken out with the 308 from 219 meters. A very cool trophy. And red deer are some of the probably most favorite and most hunted animals in the game, just because of their insanely cool antlers. And they're just really, really cool. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. But yeah, this is, like I said, Tap Squeeze after 6 years, his first ever super rare. Congratulations. And keeping on the melanistic trend, we now have Young Native, who sent in a super rare melanistic whitetail. And whitetail seems so shiny for some reason. They're rare, so melanistic rare seems so like sleek and shiny. Some of the rabbit melas also do the exact same thing. It's pretty funny. But this one was taken out with the 308 once again from 127 meters, scoring 271. So it was a big rack. Melanistic whitetail, absolutely insane. I really, really, really want one of these to put in my lodge. I really want a big rack version of all three of the super rare whitetail to put in that triple multi-mount. That would be super insane. One of my dream multi-mounts, but very, very cool. Like I said, that is Young Native. At the number 5 spot, we are halfway there. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have Grumpy Owl, who sent in a super rare piebald red fox, taking out the 243, which I'm actually curious to see if the Reaper is going to start being used. The SKS is going to start being used in those smaller animal grinds, specifically the red fox. Kind of something to look out for. 14.99, that is almost max score. Is it not? Is 15 max score for them? I think it is. That's insane. That is so, so close to being max score, and it's almost max weight as well. 15 is max weight. Wow. Didn't even notice that, but very, very cool. That is a super rare piebald fox from his grind from Grumpy Owl at the number 4 spot. Let's move on to the podium spots. And at the first spot on the podium for the number 3 spot for this week, we have Eli, who sent in a super rare white tar after only 200 kills into his tar grind. And taken out with the 30 out 6, the Hansen, so the brand new one. Very, very cool. Scoring 105.52. That is a very big one, right? I believe you need 101.8 for diamond, if I remember correctly. So that is a very, very nice size one. Probably 110 maybe is max score for them. I have no idea. I don't hunt tar very often. I do want to get a tar great one though. That'd be very, very cool. But yeah, like I said, that was Eli at the number 3 spot. Now we have the number 2 spot, and that is Thunder Bros, who sent in a super rare piebald saltwater crocodile. We've had quite a few leucistics. I believe we might have had one piebald previous as a super rare. It might have been an alligator. Can't quite remember, but this one was a very, very cool trophy taken out with the 300 mag tactical from only 14 meters away. Looks like he's in that weird alert state that they can sometimes get frozen in. But that is the number 2 spot. Like I said, let's move on to the number 1. And at the number 1, we have a rare I've never even seen, a leucistic eastern cottontail rabbit. And this is a extremely rare and extremely rare diamond. This is probably one of the rarest super rares ever shot, if this is completely legit, because this is absolutely insane. Strandbird 10 gauge semi-automatic executive. This is probably the rarest thing that has come across these top 10 trophies of the week in the 35 weeks that I've been doing this, which is pretty insane. Scoring 1.99. A leucistic super rare eastern cottontail rabbit, and like I said, that was PBR Hunter who sent that in, and just an insane trophy overall. I hope you guys enjoyed. That is going to do it for today. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like down below. It's the best thing you guys can do to support me and my channel. If you are new around here, please be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. I post a brand new video almost every single day. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day, and see ya.